It's the big headline story that has been unfolding for days to gather the country's attention on the Gyanvaapi Mosque site in the holy city of Varanasi. And just hours after a claimed Shivling was found inside the mosque complex, interest and intrigue has reached fever pitch over not just the Shivling, but at a bigger level, over claimed mandirs built under masjids, the war over worship, the mandir masjid tangle in different parts of the country, the onus on the tyrant Aurangzeb, and the politics that is playing out over worship, religion, gods and kings. And who better to speak out about these headlines, about what Indians are watching in their millions today, than Lord Shiva's #1 storyteller, best-selling author of the Shiva Trilogy, one of the most sought-after voices on mythology, on gods, on our history, Amish Tripathi. Welcome, Amish. He is director of the Nehru Center. He has many books that have been translated into many languages. His books on India's gods have been translated all over the world and are read by people way beyond just us here in India. Amish, always good to see you. My name is Shiv. We are talking about Shivlings and Shiva mandirs being discovered. You are one of the biggest Shiva Bhakts and one of the most sought-after voices on Shiva mythology, Amish. Clearly, this interaction was meant to be. So I'd like to start by thanking you for being with us here on India Today and speaking to us first. I'd like to start straight in, jump into the big story of the moment, Amish, to ask you what you thought about the discovery, the claimed discovery of this Shivling structure inside the Gyanvapi Mosque complex. That's what the big headline is right now. Images of that Shivling have been going viral, over the last 24 hours. What did you think of that, Amish?
Shiv, first of all, if I may say, I'm not so sure I should be called the #1 storyteller. I'm just a devotee of Lord Shiva, as many hundreds of millions of people are, many with far greater fervor than I have. Look, my family's roots are from Kashi. The fact that there was a temple there which Aurangzeb destroyed and built a mosque on it is beyond debate. You can simply Google the images and see the walls. And this was Aurangzeb was a Turk. I mean, what we call the Delhi Sultans and Mughals were actually Turkic invaders from Central Asia. There were two groups, the European Christians and Turkic Muslims, who carried out conquests and violence across the world. They destroyed many civilizations, killed hundreds of millions of people. But among the techniques that they used to have was actually leave parts of the temples of idol worshippers and then build, a church or a mosque on top of it as a sign of humiliation. And you can see that. You can just Google the images of Gyanvapi Mosque. Masiri Alamgiri, which is primary sources from Aurangzeb's era, record his order of the destruction of the Vishwanath Ji temple. So on the fact that there was a temple there, and this was one of the temples Aurangzeb destroyed. He destroyed many other temples as well. That is beyond debate. I mean, that's visual evidence, textual evidence, primary sources, textual evidence, not secondary sources, primary sources. They are available. I think the only question was where the Shivling is, Shivji ki Murti, Shivji ki Pratima, wo kahan pe hai? Among us Kashi families, it was always whispered that the Shivling is in the mosque, but no one had any proof. Nandi ji, as you know, continues, the Param Bhakt of Lord Shiva, continues to look, where the original temple was.
Yeah.
It's emotional for any, deeply emotional for any Shiv Bhakt, a deeply emotional subject. But at times one tries to force the mind to control the heart a bit, and one should wait for a proper investigation and the courts to pronounce judgment whether there is the Shivling or not. It would not be. I don't think we should wait. We should
Yeah.
wait
No,
for the
fair enough.
investigation to be complete rather than responding to videos which are besides it's. I think when
Yeah.
the emotions are running high is precisely when one needs the calm mind to focus.